Only the mothers of the children who cried spend the day in the waiting room.
We'll just be in here having a chat.
It seemed a good idea. What else was there for my mother to do but sit around all day waiting for my lessons to finish? As the first couple of weeks elapsed, however, fewer kids seemed to be agitated. Somehow tears had dried.
But Julie, talk to Mammy.
Conversation or not, I didn't really care. My world revolved around this woman. The least she could do was to return the compliment. And anyway, it wasn't as if I had anyone to talk to either. The Waiting Room by John Robbins. Even back then, I must have been socially retarded. At the end of this first year in school, I was the only pupil to be kept back.
He only opens his mouth to eat, or to go to the toilet.
No amount of silver stars on my copybook covers had prompted me out of my shell. But yes, in junior infants I was indeed prone to seeking permission to use the toilet, but instead secretly always made my way to the locked door of the waiting room.
Otherwise Mammy might be inclined to sneak home, I suppose.
Certainly it seemed a pretty secure setup. This confidence in the school's ability to keep my mother close, resulted in my deeming it unnecessary for me to supervise the woman actually enter the waiting room first thing each morning.
At last he seems to be settling.
It was soon after this decision that there occurred a sudden lapse in security. On yet another of my toilet excursions I was startled somewhat to discover the waiting room door unlocked. It was my first glimpse inside.
Ma'am?
Curiously, the room was not unlike a broom closet. The similarities were striking indeed. The waiting room remained unlocked from then on, and no matter how early I checked, each and every day my mother would be gone.
Can't blame her, I suppose. Smells a bit musty.
I'd often wait there a bit myself then. It got so that I was spending all my breaks there, like, just sitting, waiting for the bell to go. It wasn't as if there was something to do in the yard, anyway. Sometimes, the odd morning, I'd stand with my teacher at the classroom door, just to see what my mother would do. She looked kind of stupid going into the waiting room, then probably making a run for it soon as the classroom door shut.
What's the point?
Still, I never notified school security. Eventually, of course, my repeat year commenced. I was older than these new kids, and I knew where the plasticine was.
I could probably be your leader.
I never returned to the waiting room again. Anyway, I doubt we'd all have fitted in. How squashed all those mothers must have been that first week of school.
Who's got the door?